Well, I guess we gotta wait
I'm
for
gonna
Mark
just
now.
I'll do like a very, I'll lead us in where Mark will get
Let's
it.
set the scene. We are in
Paris.
Paris. What is the year?
The year is 2003.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
Graduation year?
I graduated college in, what was it, 2006, right?
I graduated high school in 2003. And I thought we were the same.
Yeah. So I graduated high school in 2002.
Oh,
Anyway, the years, I think 2008, 2007, 2008. Okay. I traveled to Paris to... He's back. David, he's back. Okay.
I can hear everywhere I go.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm in.
We forgot about this.
Yeah.
I'm sure the chat was telling us. Okay. I was living in Paris with my boyfriend at the time.
His name was Perry.
His name was Perry.
Oh my
Okay.
God, you're never gonna get through this
His
story.
name,
It's gonna be the most
no.
frustrating 10 minutes of your life.
His name was, well, I won't tell his name.
Yeah,
but
don't-
he played, I'll tell you his last name. He
Yeah,
played football for USC. I know. I dated a college football player. Please don't judge me. I thought he was a nice guy. But you can tell me what you think by the end of the story.
Oh, no.
Anyways, we traveled to Paris together. He was going to play football à Paris, and I traveled with him pretending to be his wife so that I could go on this 6-month trip in Paris.
In Europe, they call it soccer.
Okay, soccer. It's football. And I was the cheer coach, okay? And let me tell you.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Those cheerleaders couldn't run to save their life. They were all heavy smokers. And so I just had them do a lap to warm up before practice. They
Oh my
couldn't get
God.
through. Like, they
They're ready
literally
with the
did like
cigarette in
a
their mouth.
course.
That's hilarious.
Belmonts. They were smoking the Belmonts in Paris. Oh.
They literally would like put out their cigarettes to start the run, and it would take 45 minutes for them to get just one lap in. Anyway, that's not what this story is. I am truly trying to just waste time because I have to get to the story. Okay. So we start the scene, the beginning of the embarrassing story, at a restaurant that I was very excited about. Now, all I wanted to do when I went to Paris was to eat fondue. All I wanted to do was to go get some fromage and a baguette and sit at a table and eat fromage all night. So these two hosts, which were my ex-boyfriend's, the football coach and his wife, were hosting us this night. And we were going to do this like really beautiful night and go on all these excursions. And we were going to start at a fondue restaurant. So we're eating fondue, and I'm having a great time drinking wine. We're laughing.
Oh, Chad already knows.
And about halfway through, I remember.
Right.
I
You had to
remembered
You had to remember.
that I was lactose intolerant.
Right.
I'm starting to remember.
I completely forgot I was lactose intolerant because I was so excited about fondue.
Oh God.
You became tolerant. Yeah.
I was sitting at that table, and all of a sudden, now if you have stomach issues, you know what I'm talking about when I say you hit a wall.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Cold sweat.
you hit a wall, you get the cold sweats, you're clammy, you feel like you're going to vomit up. Diarrhea? Okay?
Vomit up.
Diarrhea?
Diarrhea.
And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? I have to go to the bathroom. So I try to play it super cool. Le toilette, monsieur, le toilette. So he says, oh, right this way or whatever. And we go around. So here's the table, okay? He says, here it is. We turn a corner, and then we turn a sharp corner. And then I realize the bathroom is literally sharing the wall from where our table is. The toilet is literally like one flimsy little wall, and I can hear everybody talking at the table.
No, you couldn't.
And I am in a cold sweat right now. What's about to happen isn't appropriate for any bathroom, let alone a bathroom right next to the table in which everyone is dining.
Oh, man.
So I think to myself, Anais,
It's like
you gotta suck it up.
Go into
You
the
gotta
bathroom at
quite
like a
literally-
sushi restaurant, and it's just like that
Yeah.
paper, just a paper
Just
wall with
the,
like your
just
shadow.
the curtains. Yeah.
So glad I got a drink.
Right? So I'm like, you gotta like, just get back out there. You're not gonna be able to do this right now, okay?
Suck
So
it
he
up.
literally sucked it up,
So you
sat
didn't
back down
do
at the
it?
table.
You didn't. You skipped.
Oh, I feel
Okay.
like that was a mistake.
You
It was a
fonded
mistake.
it?
It was a mistake, but
Fon-Doo.
I couldn't do that with the wall, and I could literally hear them, like I could hear them breathing. It was so thin.
I'm just amazing you got to that point and then you were able to dial it
Yeah,
back. 'Cause
there would have been
usually-
no turning back for
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
Hey,
to
Mark.
like 8 and it's
Thank
hard.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's incredible.
honestly,
Thank
Anais, the
you.
story is about strength.
Thank you. Thank you.
strong.
Endurance.
This is
You are
your most
strong.
inspirational story, really.
You're right. You're
Right.
right. Change the Chiron. Okay. So I leave. No, don't, because I don't want anyone to think that this is an inspirational moment that's about to happen. Because none of
Yeah.
this is inspirational. Okay,
Yeah,
this
we got
is
a lot of
this is
influencers.
literally
We get a lot
we're
of influencers looking
just
at
starting up the iceberg. Gets worse. So I leave. I sit back down, and I am realizing what I'm gonna have to do the rest of the night. So we finish the dinner. We're leaving, and I'm like, oh wow,
What
that
did
was
you-
really
did you
great.
Speak? Did you even speak the rest of this, or were you just like that?
Barely.
Like sucking up the tummy, like the diaphragm. It's like how they teach you how to sing, where it's just like the top of your stomach. You're just like,
Like, this is great. This was so great to see.
At
because
what point in the meal-
if you let gravity
Do its
like
thing.
take over your tummy, then it's
done.
gone.
No.
Then the bottom's out.
I'm thank you for that question. Thank you. I remember wanting to just be quiet because I was so sick.
Focus. You gotta
it
focus,
takes
yeah.
all focus. at
Could I
that
ask
point.
a question
All
too?
focus, of course.
And I don't want to be too gross. I don't want to be too gross.
Of course, no, because I
Was there
never am
some
gross.
was there some bubbling going on? Like where you? Yes.
The
thank you
Gurgles?
so much for that question.
gurgles?
Absolutely. Absolutely there were.
Tummy gurgles.
Okay.
Lots of tummy
So
gurgles.
one other
Yeah.
little question. At what point
Of
in
course.
the meal did this happen? So how much meal was left when you came back? from the
Appetizer, fondue appetizer.
It was like, 3/4 the way in.
bathroom? Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Oh,
That's
okay,
good.
that's
That's
good. Good.
I hit the
'Cause
wall.
you saw the light at the end of the tunnel. You're
Yeah,
like, if I
can
suck it
suck-
up.
Yeah.
Were you just like, check please? Like,
Check it out, no, yeah.
they
In
were
my
like,
most
"You want dessert?"
offensive
You're like,
accent.
No.
And I will say this, when I got back to that table, because they were still serving things, the cheese became stinkier. Like the cheese
Oh,
got
yeah.
very, very stinky. And my body was like, it was like I had already been poisoned, and it knew that the poison was being offered to me more. And so it wanted to shut down harder. And I had to say, I think I even had a couple more pieces. And I remember it feeling like,
Always
because
the
I didn't want to be
people
rude.
Everything's fine.
And it was like
yeah.
eating cinder blocks. Like
But
it was
see-
just piling
And then they
on
were like,
top
"Hey,
of
eat this
itself.
fondue, and we're gonna go in the back and do some squats."
And this is part of it, Anais. This is part of it. It's because you were younger, and you couldn't like stand up for yourself and be like, you know what, I can't eat this anymore.
I didn't
You
have a
stop
team
it.
of 5 Power Rangers coming in and saying like, how long is that bungee cord? Do you have a permit? Does this woman have a permit to eat fondue in this restaurant? And I
Yeah,
did
you
not.
need a permit now. Yeah.
This
I did not
Anais-
have a permit.
This Anais would have walked around there and then be like, "Hey, everybody, get used to it," and then you would adjust.
I'm going back in the tiny
Destroyed that
bathroom.
bathroom.
I would have been like, you guys, I'm going to shit my pants. I forgot I'm lactose intolerant. Can you believe that? Like I would be sharing it with the table.
Fondue?
100%. Not this girl. Not this 24-year-old. We leave. And then as we're in the street, they say, we know we have somewhere we want to take you. And I said, we can't. We got to be up early. We're going to go. So Bruno and his wife took us to
Gelato.
A chili festival.
a museum.
Oh no.
And I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a large museum. I'll
This
get
is good.
into a bathroom.
And a nice
Perfect.
bathroom too. A
This
nice
is-
one.
Yes, there'll be some
Industrial.
music. It'll be
Privacy.
marble.
Oh.
Yes.
The one that's like meant
Heavy
for
doors.
families, like a mom. So you
Yes.
can-
Okay.
Toilet paper will have
So
fake
there's some
prints
light.
of artwork on it. Like,
A nice big sturdy toilet.
Yeah,
Light
and
at the
your,
end
your
of the
belly had
tunnel.
hope just then, and it was like, all right, we'll tighten up.
Yes.
tighten up. I got
So
this.
my belly then started actually the reverse. It started to relax a little bit because it knew a toilet was coming.
Right?
Oh,
So we
it's
were
just
buying
preparing.
It sees the finish line.
We
That's-
park in the red light district. And I see we're going to
A porno?
a
museum?
sex museum. A sex museum whilst I have bubbling and gurgling going on. It is not a refined museum. There's no marble floors.
And you're a high school student.
There's the toilet situation is worse.
No.
Is worse. It's quite literally feels like a curtain type of situation.
No.
The walls
got
are
thinner?
even
The wall
thinner.
got-
The walls got thinner.
Wow.
And it was
having
one
a
of those
dream about-
situations where everybody had to wait for me at the museum. They couldn't just like kept moseying
Right,
along.
right,
They had to like
right.
stop because it was like one of those
That's the
museums where
worst.
like you
That's
can't
the
turn
worst.
around and go back. Like it's like you go
Yeah.
It's like
and you
IKEA.
keep walking,
Yeah.
follow the
Yeah.
lines. So
Yeah.
everybody would had to have waited for me in this even flimsier bathroom. It was literally made out of a shoebox. And I was like, I got to keep going. So then I had to tell my stomach again, which was relaxing,
Munch it up.
to suck it back up.
back
Oh
up.
my god.
We finish. Finally, we get dropped off at our house. Finally, which let me
7
say
hours
you
later.
is in a very our place was disgusting. Okay, it was in a very poor town. Okay,
Did you have a
on the
six-pack?
outskirts of
Did you have a
Paris.
six-pack by then?
By this time, I should have. So
She gets back and she's like,
I did the scream. That scream that we're all saying, we're giving it to
Yeah,
whatever
the
his Howie Mandel. Yeah, no, that's
The
me.
Howie Mandel screen?
Yeah.
You just shook hands with somebody without a glove on.
oh my god.
So
Did you have those steps that sometimes you step and it was you gotta kind
Oh,
of fight
yeah.
through the steps?
The
You know what I'm
pain.
talking about?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
pain.
pains. The
Yes.
pains in like your gallbladder.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
gallbladder pains.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was 100%.
Oh.
And then you remember that like you inadvertently like they'll be intermittently start sweating. Like you'll just start sweating out of nowhere when that pain happens, and then you have
Yeah.
to. So I'm like literally like walking around like oh, this is the first dildo, cool. Like just like trying. Oh, this was
Honestly, and
a
it
sex
sucks
apparatus
because
in the
you would have
1600s.
loved that museum. You would have
Right.
had so much fun.
That's
in
the
that
real
museum.
tragedy here.
That's the real
That's
tragedy.
the fucking tragedy. That museum was made for me.
French sex museum?
And it just went
Get it.
right over your
The
or
jokes
under
you
your.
missed, the jokes you missed that you could have made, where you were like,
The unpacking that needed to be done.
Literally.
I needed to get in there and I needed to see some medieval sex toys.
yeah.
The whole time I'm thinking about
Meanwhile, you're
what's
getting
brewing down
gut
below.
tortured.
Oh my god.
So we finally
You
get
get
to our
home.
janky apartment, our terrible apartment.
So this is
and
just
by
you
this
and your
time,
boyfriend
yes.
in a
By
tiny
this
little
time, and let me say,
apartment
I talk about this kind of stuff a lot on our show, but in a relationship with me, I am not that person. I keep it real zipped up, okay?
Back then.
Those things don't, I'm not like a girl that like farts in front of her boyfriend or like talks about her poops. None of that.
In your
I don't.
20s, you mean.
And in my 20s, I have shame that I poop. Like I'm like, what? I me poop? No, I don't poop. But now, I mean, people in the chat, everyone thinks that I'm just like talking about poops and farts all day. I'm not. I'm not that girl.
You've been shitting
okay?
this whole show.
I'm on a toilet right now.
It's your bathroom. We all know this is your bathroom. That's why the candle's lit
We
in the
knew the
back.
moment we
Yeah.
saw the candle. We
You got the
knew it.
toilet
do
wine
this-
that you drink.
We do
Yeah.
this
knew
show
it.
on a
We knew
portable
it.
toilet.
It's where I feel most at home. So by the time we get home, I am so tightly
I like how
packed.
the music is picked up at this point.
Oh god.
My stomach it's all so tightly packed that
it's bad.
I can't go at this point.
Right.
And I'm so anxious from the whole night and having to tell my body, relax, tighten up, that I have just,
The witch's brew.
my stomach doesn't know what is happening to it, okay? So I go to bed.
What? You're still...
You went to bed because
I went to bed.
Couldn't go. Yeah,
I couldn't go, okay?
No.
There is a thing that happens when you get constipated, okay?
If you
Oh,
hold
but
it
you
too
can't
long.
constipate
Yeah.
diarrhea. That's two different things.
So you can constipate diarrhea. You
can't constipate diarrhea.
You can
You
constipate.
can't triple stamp a double stamp.
You can't triple stamp a double
Can't-
stamp, Lloyd. You
can't
can't triple
triple
stamp a
stamp.
double
Can't
stamp,
triple-
But you
I triple
can
stamped it.
constipate diarrhea.
Yeah.
But if you
Damn
take a
it.
wine bottle cork, you can. Yeah.
Now this is where the story really takes place. That was all preamble.
Wow.
Wow.
I have a moment. My boyfriend at the time was gonna like go for a run, and I was like, this is my moment. Because as I said, in relationships, I don't talk about this stuff, so he had no idea I was going through this. I was quietly going through this. He goes for a run, I do the deed, I take a shower, and here's where it's foggy is I don't remember if I did it again after I showered, because this is what happened.
Oh my goodness.
So by this time,
I don't know how.
So you let
you
some of
did
this
it.
you let some of this go, which is huge. Some of it was
I
gone.
lost
Some of the demons
27
were gone.
pounds. Okay, I was so thin and felt so damn good after this thing happened that I had just like I had my towel like tied, and I was feeling so hot. Like I had released something, and my stomach was flat. I looked fucking good.
Uh-huh.
And I go back into the bedroom, and he comes back from his run or whatever, and I'm just like acting like none of this ever happened. So I'm getting dressed. I'm like, feeling kind of good. I allow the towel to drop. And he's sitting on the bed at this point.
Oh,
And I'm like getting my underwear, and he says to me, Anais,
Why is Gina laughing?
you have poop on your butt.
Oh my god.
He said, you have poop on your...
Oh my god.
So let me just set the scene. You, your boyfriend, a hotel, Paris, France, end of the night.
Our apartment.
Your
'Cause we lived there for
apartment.
6 months.
Oh, okay. So, you know,
I say that because it's not a beautiful scenery. It's like a
Right,
shitty
right.
apartment.
Okay. But there's romance.
In a shitty part of
possibly-
town.
There's
And a
romance
shitty-
possibly
Shit
in
on
the
my
air. And he
Wait.
could have said any number of things, such as.
Brie Hansen just cheered 98 bits for that. I think she had 98 bits because she bought 100 bits and then gave 1 bit twice as a joke, and now she has 98
And then she
bits
just
left.
emptied her pockets. Emptied those bit pockets.
What happened
Yeah.
next?
Okay.
I mean, they're gonna break up.
So you
right?
dropped your towel as a sexy move.
Yeah, I
Right?
was feeling so good. Like my
That was
stomach
like
had
a
never been
sexy-
flatter. Like my stomach had never been
Oh.
flatter. Okay? And this is at a point in my life where like I was like working out, you guys. And I had a metabolism still. Okay? Imagine me with a metabolism. Okay?
So you must have shit, and you
So,
thought it was contained. So
It was like
went
many
wide.
flushes. It was just like
It
empty.
went wide. So it must have been
Big bits in the chat for this guy.
splatter painted.
Big JV
100 bits from J
333.
Carb.
Oh
Big
my
J,
God.
333 bits.
Was there a bidet?
There was no bidet, okay? Which
Oh.
is that just goes to show how shitty this apartment was, okay?
In
We're in
fact-
Paris,
and
and
then
there's
showered. You had to have shit again.
I think I
Otherwise,
must have.
Had to have,
Because
maybe.
you really,
missed-
after that kind of thing, you really clean that area up. Like you were
That
like,
could be
I
the area.
gotta-
That's
burned
the
in.
only area.
It just may have burned in.
it just burned.
What?
It just,
Because it was there
Like a
for
birth,
so
like a
long
birthmark? It just looked like a
that when
birthmark.
you
it
did
would have been
then it
caked.
just, like,
It would
it's
caked
like a
itself
burn.
all
It was
night
like a
in my
wet,
stomach.
wet birthmark on your.
No.
That's what we're all. That's exactly what you're describing. What
Yeah.
you're describing is a wet
A
birth.
dry birthmark.
Well, it's fresh. I don't know how it's wet.
Okay.
I don't know how dry it is.
So
We don't know.
So I
Oh my.
died
freaking
inside.
God. You
My
have-
soul
Hey, you have
died.
shit.
That's.
And
an
it wasn't
instant
even
death,
like
yeah.
you have shit on your ass, which, yeah, I guess that might have been worse. But to hear the words "poop on your butt" is the
Horrifying.
worst thing that can
Horrifying.
ever happen to
Happen.
you.
yeah.
We didn't
worse than
speak.
murder.
It's worse than murder.
You
come
just
back from
didn't
murder.
speak.
You didn't
Can't
speak
come
for how long?
We didn't speak. And then we got on like because
She
then
didn't
he had to
speak
go like
again. I
work
think that
out.
is-
Like we had to go work out all the time because he was a fucking football player and it was so lame. We had to go work out like almost every day. So we're like on the train to the gym and we're like sitting far apart from each other and I am dead silent because I literally like the only person that can fix this is him. Like
But-
I can't fix this,
Yeah, he
right?
has to
Like
bring it up.
I had the poop on my butt.
Yeah.
There's nothing
He
you can do.
needed to be like,
He
listen,
needs
Babe,
to
it's
be the
okay.
bigger man.
we
yeah.
all poop.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal.
Literally everybody poops.
Hey, are you
Literally.
okay? He'd be like, hey,
Yeah,
you
are you
alright?
okay?
You okay? Did
Yeah.
you
Is that
do
my?
something
That might be
bad?
mine. That might be my poop on your butt. I actually, my bad. babe.
He
My
should have
bad. That's my
overcompensated,
bad.
been a really
That's my
nice
bad.
guy.
That's me.
My
That's
fault.
on me.
That's my bad.
It's on
I'm
me,
sorry,
but it's on
babe.
you.
I pooped on your butt. And
That's
I'm
what the
sorry.
private
100%.
street
And I'm
men would have
sorry.
done.
Yeah.
That's all of us.
100%. You guys would have been
like,
so
hey,
sweet to me.
Anais, you have my poop on your butt.
I think I left a little poop on the toilet seat and it must have gotten on you.
got a
Or
little-
you just, like, you don't say anything or you just say, I think you have something right there or whatever. And then being like, yeah, I don't know what that was. Like, you know what it is, but you
Oh,
were
yeah,
nice
but
about
That's an
it.
interesting wet birthmark you got.
Or
I wish
maybe you should go
somebody
back
noticed
in the
it.
shower.
You know what?
You look so great.
Hey,
Why don't
you
you,
know what?
get back in the shower?
Or
I want
this
tonight
one.
to be about you. Take
Yes.
two.
Or this one. Hey, don't worry, babe. I got poop on my butt too. Check it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like Adam Sandler. In that movie,
Yes,
when
exactly.
he peed his pants. What if he was
You
just
ain't
like,
cool.
hey,
unless
What if
you
he just shit
poop
himself
your-
and he
unless
just
you
shit
too?
poop your
himself
butt.
right there
Yeah.
for you?
So,
Okay, so on
we're
the
in the
train.
train and I was just like I remember like we were just dead silent and then I was like I don't know how I come back from this. Like I don't know what to do. I feel like I like should go home. Like I felt so uncomfortable.
Fly home.
And
Is this supposed to be 6
he-
months, you said?
Yeah. And this was like I don't know, early. It was like maybe
This was day
halfway
2.
through.
Day one. This is 1 hour. One
Day
hour
2.
into it.
I don't even remember where this was in the timeline. And he said to me in response, I know. It's really bad.
Fuck that shit.
That
But you
dude,
guys want to
man.
know something? I
What
got
a
this
bitch.
motherfucker
that.
back. I got this motherfucker back. You know what? This is the part of the redemption story, okay?
Yes.
So we stay together. He's terrible by this point. Like he's one of those guys that's like, I didn't want to tell you that you were pretty when we were dating because I like didn't want you to leave me and like know that you were pretty. That kind of bullshit, which is actually verbatim what he said to me.
You should have diarrheaed in this guy's
Yeah.
bed.
I did, dude. I diarrheaed so hard all over his pillow. Just kidding. No, the part of the redemption story is that like I broke up with him. Like so we moved back to the U.S. and we like actually like moved in together. And I like the night before I broke up with him, like I like really did some really cool things. And then the next day I was like, and he's like, "What? I didn't even see
That
this
was right
coming." And I
before
was
you
like,
joined Private
"We're
Street,
over."
and then
Actually, not that far. I don't know. It was pretty far before. I was broken when I met you guys. 'cause of it.
Wow. Banana, that is fucking
Great story.
wow.
That's amazing.
And now you
That's
own
amazing.
that story,
Yeah.
and we support you.
Now the
I don't
internet
think it's
owns
that
that
embarrassing
story.
because to hold that in for as long as you
Right.
did is essentially a
Strength. That is
Guinness
strength.
record. Like it's
And
Yeah, it's not as embarrassing as what happened to Dave.
no, Dave's
we know
poop
about
story is
Dave.
fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Wait,
let's
what's Dave's
save
poop
that.
story?
Oh, let's save that for. Don't even hint
oh
at
yeah,
that one.
yeah. Save that one.
Is this the recent one?
No. Dave, this is the one where you woke up in the middle of the night and you drank the thing in the dark.
Oh.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. It's so scary.
I honestly
It's
think
such a
about
nightmare.
that. I think about that.
we
a lot.
gotta get into
Dirty
all
bong
of it.
water?
I forgot
No,
that.
No.
it's for another time. But it's.
We'll remind you after stream.
Any,
But
I
Annie's, I think
remember
Mine
we
might
took that
be
back.
the wildest poop story, maybe of one of the of all time.
Yeah. So
It involves.
tune in
just-
for that next show.
The Private Street
Yeah.
fecal stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Every
goodness.
Fecal diaries.
Wait, Yak, what were you gonna say about Brian's
Diarrhea
story?
diaries.
No, I thought I remembered a detail from that story, but I guess I just invented it in my own head.
Yeah.
From
What
your,
was
from your
it?
story.
Maybe
because
I've repressed
It's so
it.
gross. No, it's so gross. I'm
In
not
my
gonna say
head, you
this.
diarrhea the bed.
There's a part of your story that is so fucking disgusting. I can't even repeat it. I can't even repeat what you told me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you told me.
You
It's
just did
so
the,
gross.
You just did the edited
No,
for
I don't think
television
he's-
version, and he wants to do the uncut.
Yeah, the uncut.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Wow, guys.
That's a good
Oh
one.
my
I forgot
goodness.
about
That's
that one,
heroic.
'cause
That's
a-
heroic.
Dave, you
Mine's
forgot
a
about that?
mine's a
Me and Mark think about that all
wild-
the
Dude,
time.
honestly, I think about that a lot.
It might be one of my funniest stories, just in general, because the shame involved.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
no
all
teasers
the
on that
things.
one.
No
teasers,
teasers. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But I will say, just in solidarity, Anais, I will tell you this. Biden's inauguration day, I woke
Yeah.
up to watch him get inaugurated.
This is a recent poop story.
This is and I think it was the day after one of our shows. Maybe our first show, day after our
Oh,
first
cut
show.
that music.
In 2 days, right? Because it was a
Oh.
Wednesday. Inauguration day was on a Wednesday. So,
I'll just
yeah,
keep
2
the
days
Perry
later.
story. And Biden was getting inaugurated, and I went, see ya, Trump, and I went to fart, and I just shit my pants. I mean, it was
That's
just.
the
You
best
shit
way
out
to
the last 4
celebrate.
years.
Yeah,
It was
that's the best
it was
way to-
coffee and wine from our first show, and I was just like, "Hey, see ya, Trump," and I just went, "Brack!" And it was
You
like
realize
somebody,
you were-
and it was like somebody popped a water balloon full of diarrhea in my pants. It was just like, what the fuck just happened to me? And
You
I was
didn't
like,
realize
really,
you were
really,
playing with a
Really?
live. You were playing with a live round, and you didn't know it.
yeah. And then I just went upstairs and went in the shower, and I was like, really, fucking, really, thanks.
Hey, look, our
Oh
bodies
my
are
goodness.
disgusting, and we all need to accept
It's
it
true.
and just get over
I
it.
was so sick one
Our
week.
bodies
dude.
are just
Yeah.
holding in gross fluid all the time, is struggling to hold stuff in from every hole.
Totally.
And it's a
I was
miracle
so
it's
sick-
not constantly coming out.
I was
Oh
so sick
my
when I was
God.
17 years old that I literally shit myself twice a day for 4 days in a row. I couldn't.
You need
You
to
had
go
no
to
control.
hospital.
Oh, I
That's
didn't.
a
Couldn't
visit.
afford. I couldn't afford the
Oh.
hospital. But
Yes, Alito. Oh, no.
Can we get some Annie's in the chat for
Yeah,
that?
thank
let's
you,
get some
Anais.
Anais in the chat, y'all. Wow.
Annie's,
Thank
are
you.
better off.
You
Yeah.
guys, thank you.
You
And
are.
David, thank you for this solidarity. I
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate a water balloon. A water
don't know how
balloon,
solid
a
that
water
story
balloon
was.
full of diarrhea. Just
a
popped in my
blaster. Just a
pants.
hot blaster.
Oh my.
There was
That
just,
was
and I was,
almost our
I was
team name.
laying down on my couch watching TV, and I like stuck my butt up, and I was like, "See ya, Trump!" Brack! Just a black, and I was just like, "The fuck is this?" And I took I just threw everything I had on in the trash, and
Yeah.
then I just went upstairs and just sat in the shower and was just like,
Oh, you didn't go in the tub?
You just sat in your shower.
In the tub?
"In the tub." Yeah, Mark. I just wanted to just sit in it. You don't learn.
I
to
deserve
just
this.
Sit in it.
Oh
Getting
my.
getting old's tough. You
Getting
just
all
can't.
stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stuff.
You never know what
Your
you're gonna let loose.
constitution. Yeah.
And, he's, and honestly, sending the
Thank
music
you,
for the
Anais.
background.
Amazing.
Because let's say,
Yeah,
let's
that's
be
even
honest. If I were at that table today, I would never be able to hold it in.
Right.
I would have pooped my pants.
Yeah.
Well,
it would
you-
be a poop on your butt. You have poop in your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You'd be
your hair.
pooping on the other side of that thin wall and laughing. You'd be
Yeah.
laughing
You'd
out
laugh,
loud.
you'd be like,
People wouldn't be able to hear the
"Yo."
poop over the laughs.
Yeah.
And you'd be able to
Anybody got
fully
some tips for
enjoy
this Fon-Doo?
that-
Yeah. And you just been cracking jokes.
Wait,
You'd come back and then be
Dave,
like,
do you
right,
think you
ladies?
eat fondue
And
with
all
chips?
the ladies in the restaurant have been like, you own it. I love it. And then all the women would
Fondue's
shit
not
their
good.
pants.
Doritos.
No,
It's
let's not
already
let
the
this go.
restaurant just
Don't let
shits
this
them
go.
down. Yeah.
Don't do
No, I'm not
never
letting
let
Dave
this
get
go.
away with this.
David.
You think you eat fondue with chips?
It's not nachos. Okay.
Shut up, y'all.
The joke was perfect.
Oh yeah.
Anyone
great
got
joke.
chips for this Fon-Doo? Perfect joke.
Who invited
Perfect.
this fucking guy to the museum, to the
First I
sex
thought-
museum?
I thought
What
maybe
do
he
you-
was talking about like chips in the chat. Are there any chips in the chat
in the
for
chat.
this?
Let's get some
Yeah,
chips.
David, how do you think you eat Fon-Doo?
I thought it was like a cheese fountain.
Yeah, similar, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck else do you eat it with?
Dude, that
Bread.
would actually
Bread.
be good.
Bread.
Why
Bread.
didn't they give us fucking chips?
Potato.
If it's runny cheese,
Potato.
if it's something runny, I like something crunchy with it.
But this is like
I'd have brought my own chips. I'd have brought
If
my
it's
own chips.
something
I'd have
runny,
been at a
I
French
need something
restaurant.
crunchy.
French restaurant, Fon-Doo, and
Yeah,
I'd
let's
have
get
had
some
a fucking,
Runny,
I'd
give me
had a
something
pocket full of Pringles.
crunchy.
Yeah,
Crunchy,
David
runny,
Brown
runny,
for
crunchy,
Mississippi,
crunchy.
for Mississippi Fondue.
Mississippi Crunch. Let's get some chips in the chat, guys. Chips in the chat.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Anais. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Annie.
Fucking
Thank
Wow,
you.
what a
Amazing.
thing.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody. Thank you,
And now
guys.
you
All
own
of
that.
Private
And
Street.
now-
Thank you, everybody in the
Yeah.
chat, for
You
your
don't have to worry
support.
about that anymore.